My name's Bo. You're watching Butternut Customs on the YouTube. Cue the intro. One of these days. Eleanor's back in the shop today. Her gas tanks are still a paint, but we got a few other things that we can be putting back on and getting her ready to get back on the road. Let's get to it. Alright, we've run into our first little challenge here. You can see our old light had only one wire on it. Our new one comes with two, a power and a ground. That's not a big deal. All we got to do is just find another ground to hook this wire to and hook this back up to the same old wire. We'll be good to go. Alright, before we get started on our repair, I wanted to point something out to you because I just learned it not too long ago. If these are the type of wire crimpers that you're using, this spot right here and this one right here, the ones with the teeth on it, well, they are for bare connectors, the ones that don't have any insulation on them. Now if you're using the kind that have insulation, you want to use this little hole right back here. That keeps these teeth from putting holes in your insulation, thus you don't need to use heat shrink if you do it properly. Alright, next, because we are doing a butt splice on the outside of the vehicle, I'm going to use one of these, and as you can see, the outside edges of it are kind of expanded. Reason being is because that is heat shrink built onto our butt splice. This is the best thing you can use for exterior wire repairs. Can you see how there's no holes? That's why we don't use the one with the tooth. I know this is not the proper way to shrink, heat shrink, but I don't have a gun and I can't afford one, so. And that is what a wire repair should look like. Alright, as you can see, we don't even need this ground wire. So all we're going to do is just cut it off, come back later and tie up our power wire out of the way, and then we'll be done. Alright, we're getting ready to put the new exhaust back on Eleanor. Let me show you what we got. This is the shotgun exhaust from Paco. We ordered it off of JP Cycles on the internet. Now, we're not sponsored by either one of those companies. I ordered these parts with my own money. But these are a straight flow-through design. It comes with a bracket and hardware to mount it at the rear. The only thing we're going to have to reuse is the mounting flanges and the lock rings up there in the cylinder head, after you take some time to clean them up and make them look good again. But of course, all this is going to come after we take care of that oil leak on the timing cover that we found. Now's the time to fix it, because the new exhaust is going to cover it up, and it's going to be just so much more aggravating to get to with all these new shiny parts in the way. Let me show you what we got. Alright everybody, here's what I found with the oil leak. This bolt here is the one that was actually stripped out like I showed you before. Now it will actually screw all the way in and tighten up, as you can see here. But the problem comes with the hole. As you can see here, there is an extra ½ an inch of thread that we could have this bolt be longer and have that much more holding power to keep this timing cover clamped on. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a bolt that's a little bit longer, and that'll also help us with the thickness of this bracket. That should solve our issue. Now it's funny, whoever put this exhaust on the last time clearly didn't know what they were doing, because they had this bracket on upside down. They had one whole bolt holding the bracket on here, and didn't put one here because it wasn't lined up with this other bolt hole. But guess what? Turn it around, and they both line up perfectly. Just goes to show, just take a few extra minutes, pay attention to what you're doing, and you'll end up with a much better project. Alright, now the problem you see here is we can't actually lift our passenger foot peg back up, but there's a solution. All we're going to do, there's an Allen bolt right in the end here. We're going to loosen that up, loosen our foot peg back up so it'll swing this way. Turn it the other way. Tighten our Allen screw back up. And now it'll swing forward. Won't touch the exhaust. I mean, it doesn't solve the problem of our passenger ankles getting pretty hot, but we'll tell them to wear thicker socks. It'll be all right. All right, now that looks awesome. Hey, it's a whole lot better than what it was. Them old blue, worn out pipes, scratched up from the wreck. Hey, you can't beat it with a stick, especially the way the bracket runs along with the swing arm. Man, it looks good. Next time you see this bike, it will be on the road. All we're waiting for is the tanks to get back from paint. Tim, hurry up with my damn tanks. Well guys, that's all we can do for Eleanor today. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. The faster I get monetized, the faster I can build better projects and make better videos for you guys. I want to do that. Help me do it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the dislike button. Hey, an interaction's an interaction. That's all I'm after. Watch the videos. I'll be very happy. I'll love you forever. All right, I got to go get back to work on some other stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep the rubber side down, drink responsibly, and don't text and drive. Later.